The Nimble with Numbers team presents Chalk Blocked with Bo Big Time McBrayer.
I gotta know what a $5 shake tastes like.
That's hot.
I want winners, folks. You don't know diddly.
And his partner, Scott Stag Simpson.
Do you know who I am?
Trying to put Tiger Bomb on this jungle's nuts.
That's cute. I remember when I had my first beer.
I gotta catch a glimpse of these warlocks. Let's make a move. Let's make a move. Let's make a move.
Hey, you guys, welcome back to Chalk Blocked, the world's sexiest DFS show for now. Bo McBrayer alongside Scott Simpson. This is a Nimble with Numbers production. Make sure you subscribe to the page. You should like this video specifically because we're about to win you some damn money. And you should jingle the bell for future notifications just so you don't miss every edition of Chalk Blocked. Very festive hat for Black Friday weekend. Mr. Simpson, how you feeling, buddy?
I'm feeling great. You kicked my ass last week in the Clash, so I'm not feeling.
I needed it.
You did. It was good on you. We'll talk about that at the end. It's called a tease, kids. I'm feeling great though. As you see, I'm in the festive mood. Back there over my shoulder, I got myself a mini Christmas tree at Whole Foods. I got it decoupaged with the ornaments and Hershey Kisses and all kinds of stuff, and I'm ready to go, man. It's the holiday seasons are here. Thanksgiving is over. It's now until the New Year's. It's football and it's Christmas. I mean, the best season is here. I can't wait.
Let it be Christmas everywhere.
It's a great time. And I mean, we had football on Thursday, and then we had football on Friday, and then on Sunday. That's 3 out of 4 days. I mean, that is just something to be grateful for. So yeah, I'm doing great. How about you? How was your Thanksgiving with your family?
It was fantastic. I only had to make one dish this year as opposed to last year when I had to make all the dishes myself because everybody was sick. This year was great. Made my mac and cheese. You can go to my page and see that. Filthy food porn. I made 2 trays, so two half-sheet foil trays full of mac and cheese, and I hand-shredded 7 pounds of cheese.
That's a lot of cheese.
It was heavy. It was a thick boy cheese.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna go find you right now on the Twitters. It's Bo _ Big Time for the kids who are out there. Is that correct, Bo? I want to make sure I'm not putting you on.
Right
yeah. Oh, it's right there. Oh, it's also right here. And I mean, he's a featured writer over at the Fantasy Pros. Check out his work weekly. There's us. We're right there. I'll retweet that MFer. I mean, I can watch this right now live, looking at us. And then, we're doing that too. And let's get down to your food porn here. Oh, some bow ties. Oh, there's a lot of porn you have on here, Bo. Not all of it's food though. Oh, I like this. This is another sexy food porn, but we're getting to it. Oh, there's
that was my leftovers.
That's the remains. Yeah, I can't believe there's leftovers. I mean, look at this crispy, crumbly.
Well, like I said, I made one tray was for bringing to the party, and I had another tray that I just left at home. And when I came back, I had a whole tray of leftover mac and cheese.
Bro,
it's so rich. It is so rich. You need to go down farther and find the video I took.
It's a sexy thing. I don't want to break the internet, but
there you go. Blow that up.
Listen to the ASMR of this one, right?
I turned sound off because I was talking, and
my
brother-in-law's drunk ass was talking in the middle of the video, so he was drunk by 10:30 a.m., which was quite impressive.
I saw those memes. Like, people were like, "We wish you wouldn't drink," and then it'd be the dude being like, "Well, I'm gonna do what I want to do."
Yeah, that's him.
That's it.
Nailed it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I enjoy a good beer on the holidays, but it has to start in the PM for me personally. I just want to put that out there. If you're gonna imbibe, it's up to you. But for the good of the order,
for me, it just depends on what time I wake up. Like if I get up early, I'm more prone to have a beer before noon.
I did forget that football is on at 9:30 in the morning for you guys out there, so that's a little different. Yeah. It's on at 12:30 here, so 12:30, pop the beer. Game's on. You're like, hey,
I mean, to be fair, by the time the Cowboys game started at 1:30 over here, I was already like 5 White Russians deep.
Oh, holy moly! Holy shoot! That's
The
a lot of
dude
White Russians.
abides.
The dude does abide. Yeah. Well, I mean, cheers to you, my friend. I'm glad you recovered. I only had 2 or 3 beers, so I was fine. I recovered as well. And here's the question: are we going to recover from this chalk? This is the most chalkiest chalk we've chalked this whole season at the RB position. That's why I put Jonathan Taylor on our thumbnail. He is 6,900. Nice as well.
Nice.
32% is the projected rostership. It could get up higher than that, though. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it was 40%.
I don't understand this one, though. Why is it so chalky? I get that it's a high total game. Like, this game's going way over. I predicted this game would hit 70.
Yes.
The defense optional, but the Colts haven't been running the ball very well at all this year, except for when Zach Moss had himself a good stretch earlier in the season. And the Bucks are extremely tough against the run. They're a true pass funnel. And I haven't seen anything from Jonathan Taylor to imply that he should be 32% rostered this week. It doesn't make sense to me. I usually don't care about chalk for running back, but that's usually because the chalk running backs have good matchups. This isn't one of those times.
No, they've given up 0 rushing TDs so far this year. That's impressive for a defense through 10 plus weeks of the season.
It doesn't make sense.
Does not make sense. Make it make sense. It's really high.
I can't.
Yeah.
So in any case, I like Pittman. I think Pittman being chalky makes sense because it's a pass funnel defense, and Pittman has got a great matchup. So does Josh Downs. So does Gardner Minshew. That makes sense. But the Jonathan Taylor 32% makes none sense.
0 sense. Yeah. I was going to ask you about that. It just seemed a bit okay. Let's say he goes for 22 points, 23 points at that rostership. You could get that from someone else for around the same price value and also be different. So it doesn't make sense to and we'll talk about some of those other players as we get there because we kind of go game by game. But yeah, I mean, Rachaad White's a little dinged in this matchup. He is still 14% rostered though with his knee. Volume's been key for him. He's been a top 10 back all year. Would you rather have him in this game if you're kind of looking to pivot from someone like Jonathan Taylor?
Yeah, I mean, it's really puzzling. It's actually alarming that he popped up on the injury report this late in the week. It means something happened at practice where they had to add him to the report. Hopefully it's just they had to add him because of all these teams getting in trouble for not putting people on the injury report. Hopefully it's something that you're monitoring up until kickoff. They're going to say, oh, he's in or he's out tomorrow morning. If he's in, he's an extremely good play. The Colts can't stop anybody, run or pass.
No.
And White isn't the kind of guy you look at and say, oh, yeah, he's going to gash people on the ground. Unless he's out in space, he's not really useful, but he's getting a lot of looks. And he's an amazing receiver out of the backfield. And the Bucs use him. Baker Mayfield loves to check the ball down to Rachaad White. That's why he's valuable. He gets a lot of looks in the passing game. And with those looks, he gets a lot of yardage and he scores a lot of touchdowns. This guy is got a lot of upside. If he's active, you play him. If it comes out that he's active but he's limited, then you go right back down to Chase Edmonds. And he's going to be the ultimate chalk bomb if White is out. If White's out, Chase Edmonds is going to get 30%.
I mean, 4,300 is just kind of, a little bit of cheat code.
Well, it is until if White is reported out, then you're going to see a swarm, literal hordes of DraftKings players putting him in at that price because it's an extremely good matchup. And Chase Edmonds, as we all know, has a great track record of being a good back with the ball in his hands, receiving wise.
Right.
He hasn't always been healthy, but when he's on the field, he's explosive.
Yes, he is. Well, I'll just watch
sending you my Clash lineup.
We'll talk about that. That's scary. When wide receivers, are you leaning Downs or Pittman more so? Pittman is twice as rostered, but also $2,000 more expensive.
I think Pittman's a safe play. It's a cash play. Downs, because he had a Q tag most of this week and his price is lower. I like him for upside because as a slot receiver in PPR, which we do on DraftKings, I think he's got a great matchup. This Bucs defense, again, pass funnel. they're not going to be able to stay with all these receivers. And Downs and Pittman both are talented. Minshew's been more prone to throw to the slot and throw to his tight ends. There's too many tight ends to count, so we go to the slot guy, Josh Downs, good at getting open. I like that. But Pittman's safe. He's going to get 10 targets. We just don't know if he'll turn that into any big stats.
Yeah, 11 touchdowns given up by the Bucks D. Close to, 1989. Is that a Taylor Swift album? If it's not, it should be.
It is. It is.
Yeah, of course it is. Yeah, any year that ends in a 9 is probably a Taylor Swift album. Because some guy dumped. But anyway, that's good news. That's great news. If you are playing Michael Pittman, and I might be playing him in the Clash. Wink, wink, wink.
Wink, nod, nod.
Yeah, wink, nod, nod. But it's one of the juicier matchups. How are you running it back? Because I think you said it earlier. This is a simple slam dunk over this week with kind of both defenses kind of quitting. Not quitting, but isn't Leonard Davis done? They cut him, right? Or what's his name? No, but
really...
he was the heart and soul of their team.
Shaquille Leonard, So Shaquille Leonard, great linebacker. Sounds like he just didn't want to be on the team anymore. Can't blame him. Jim Irsay is an absolute moron.
Addict.
And this team is a dumpster fire. They're in a complete rebuild, especially now that Richardson's out for the season. This team needs to look towards 2024. And Shaquille Leonard in a contract year is not going to be there next year anyway. So he asked for his release. I think Dallas should go after him because that's a weak side linebacker. They just lost Leighton Vander Esch. Fortunately for Dallas, is they just keep getting other guys to step up. They have Damon Clark and Marquise Bell that have stepped up to be killers on that young Dallas defense. So maybe they don't need Leonard. It'd be nice to have him, but I just hope the Eagles don't get him because Howie Roseman's always sniping the waiver wire here.
As soon as you said Leighton Vander Esch is out, you could have said that in the last 3 years.
And it's always a neck injury, unfortunately, for him, which is really a bad injury to have if you're a guy that takes impact on every play.
Well, maybe it's an angle of his tackling angle. I'm not sure. If it's
he aggravated it this year because Trent Williams pushed him head first into another player, and so he got his neck jammed into another player. Didn't see it coming because he was getting pushed from behind. Some are saying it's a dirty play. I looked at it. I don't know if Trent was trying to do anything. It was just kind of
pushing him. Big man, pushing a littler man.
Yeah. Well, shit happens on a football field. It's like you get hit at the wrong angle, and that could be it forever.
Right. Unfortunately, I love Pittman. I also like Baker Mayfield at 5,500. And Mike Evans. What do you think of him at 7,400?
Smash.
He's
a touchdown machine still. He's going to continue his NFL record for most 1,000-yard seasons to begin a career. Yes, this guy's going to go in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Bar none. Easy first ballot. And it's just consistency. The guy's just a monster on the outside. He's improved every single year that he's been a pro. 6'5", big bodied, never really a great route runner, but he's gotten better at it. And this year we've seen Baker Mayfield trust him. And that's all Mike Evans needs is he doesn't need space. He doesn't need anything other than trust from his quarterback to put up big numbers, huge games. He's a DFS player's dream, especially under 8K. This is a great play. Mike Evans is going nuclear tomorrow.
I don't want to lie to you, but this Baker, Pittman, Evans stack, I'm playing against you. I'm playing it against you in the Clash. It's in the Clash.
Nasty.
Sorry, I had to tell you.
You're a jerk.
I am a terrible man.
I hate your guts sometimes. Am I afraid of you? Not at all. But I do acknowledge that you are a jerk.
Thank you. I appreciate it. My dad was a jerk, so it means a lot to me.
Yeah.
No, I think this is a good play too, and I'm going to be running with it against you and probably in the Chalk Block tournament this week, which I have not won this year at all, and neither of you, and we have not.
I have, sir.
You won it first?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
It was that week 4, I think. When I had that massive week.
Oh yeah, you got
that was the one time I won it.
Okay, I'm sorry, you've won it. I'm not. This is when it all changes. So,
Excuse me, sir. I definitely won the
I'm
chalk
sorry.
block
Please
tournament this year.
forgive me. I won twice last year, so I feel kind of like I'm due. Anyway, jumping over to a game that some were saying that it's not the best this week. Others are saying no one's playing the game.
You love to see it.
Yeah, it's
It's
very
a junk.
interesting.
Well, look,
What do you
there's
think?
3-4 wins between the teams.
I know, but their defenses are always like
Terrible.
I don't know, terrible. But then also, sometimes like they'll be stout divisionally. Like Tennessee will stiffen up. Maybe they play Houston or something. Not this year, but so you're just like, huh. But what do you think about this game? Is 36.5 is one of the lower totals. We have 35.5, 34.
Yeah.
36. It's not a heavily kind of invested game here. Are you buying Derrick Henry suddenly at 6,400
against the Carolina run defense? Hell yeah. And Derrick Henry at 14% is only because he's done virtually nothing for the last 2 or 3 weeks. And if he had done anything in the last 2 or 3 weeks, he'd be a lot more than 14% against one of the worst run defenses in the league. Denver's run defense might be better now. I think since that 70-point game is they've actually stiffened up to be more middle of the pack. So the last 6 weeks, Carolina is the worst run defense in the NFL, and Derrick Henry is still an alien.
Yeah. You know what? I like it, particularly the 13 touchdowns that have been given up, 16 total if you count receiving.
Yeah.
So,
click on the last 4 weeks tab up there.
It didn't look good for Carolina. I think they were out a game. Like I think they had a bye week during that because they weren't heavily featured. They hadn't given up a lot. They gave up 3 touchdowns,
but the
they
Broncos are still better than them in that stretch.
Yeah. Last 2 weeks. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, you can go game by game. This is a cool site, NFL Fantasy or fantasy.nfl.com. You can get all the different rankings here. And I'll jump around between this site. I use PFF as well. Yeah, which is great. And then the optimizer is what we kind of use to build our lineup. So
run the Sims. Shout out Justin Freeman.
Yeah. Oh man, he's the man. He's had a couple of Millie Maker sweats. Dude, it is 29 degrees here. I'll be honest with you though, Brian. Shout out, Brian. Your dog looks great. I take Winter out every morning at 6 a.m. It is a cute dog. Every morning at 6 a.m. and I just took her out about 7:30 here. It's been under 30 degrees the last couple of days, and dude,
that's not that much colder than it is here in the morning. It was 35. It was 35 this morning in NorCal.
It's freezing. It's 28, 29 at times, and I got my big hot box sweatshirt on every single effing day I run in that thing, brother. It's just a beast. I love it. And I wear another sweatshirt underneath of it too. Hat, gloves, the whole nine. And I did it. I just went out and ran with Winter, played with her again, and it's perfect. So I'm with you. You can do it. You can do it is what I'm saying. I believe in you. It's tough, but get warmed up and then just run. That's what I do.
Well, shout out to him for being an official chalk blocker. I mean, we love all of you guys. And gals. There's gals out there. Chalk blockers come in all shapes and sizes.
Yes, sir.
Every race, religion, creed, everything. Yes, everybody can be a chalk blocker. Oh,
well.
Gotta love goofy middle-aged labs.
True.
Yeah, Rosie's in here rolling on the carpet, so she's touched in the head, as they say.
Dude, speaking of dogs, I woke up to diarrhea on the stairs this morning at 6 a.m. from Winter. She had eaten some spicy sausage that fell on the floor. Not great to start to the day. Yeah. Scrubbing the carpet like a madman. Not good. Had to wash the dog too, so I digress. Yeah. Speaking of diarrhea, DeAndre Hopkins has been diarrhea or he's been incredible, right? Incredible, like 34,000 points, touchdown. How is it? What boomer bust this week? DeAndre Hopkins only 8% rostered, 6,100. You think, this is good? Carolina not pass funnel
in
though.
Between.
Yeah,
no, they're a run funnel. The problem is Will Levis is not good.
Not yet,
unless he's throwing a flea flicker bomb like last week. But for whatever reason, the first game was nice. I mean, Marcus Mariota also threw 4 touchdown passes in his NFL debut. Nice. That it doesn't necessarily mean he's destined for greatness. We've seen everything but greatness since that game for Will Levis. unfortunately for the Titans, their offense goes as Will Levis goes, and it hasn't been pretty. So I think Hopkins is fine. I don't think he has a high ceiling this week.
I agree.
His floor is probably safe, but I'm not looking to play him too much in DFS because I'm looking for that ceiling. I'm looking for that stratosphere, and I don't think he has it.
I don't think Adam
Rosie,
Thielen.
seriously.
I don't know if Adam
She
Thielen
just dropped a tennis ball on my foot.
You know what to do. Adam Thielen, volume king here, but we do know that they are a pass funnel. He's not a deep target funnel necessarily in this situation. But what do you think about Adam Thielen at 7,300? It might be kind of his most expensive he'll be.
Yeah, and I think it's too expensive. I mean, I like it, but I don't love it.
Yeah.
I wish he was 500 less so I could play a lot of him.
Yeah. You're paying up. You're paying top Thielen, on this slate.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
That doesn't make me feel good.
Yeah, I do like the leverage though. If you do want to go for him, he's in the green zone. So, cool tool that also Justin Freeman shout out has been tweeting out is that big sheet, kind of like the one sheeter PDF where it just shows you who's rostered, who's not, who's owned, who's whatever it is. I love that. That's I retweet that. So if you're following me or you're following Justin Freeman, follow both of us. But we'll be getting that out there because I always try to retweet it when I see it. So yeah, I'm kind of not stacking this game. But
no.
It's kind of just something I know for me. What about this next game? Arthur Smith be damned. Atlanta catching points at home. I don't know. This might be a back day. He might get fired today, but then there's Derek Carr.
Let's
So,
pray.
it's
this is make or break for Atlanta because they're 4-6 and New Orleans leads that division. That division is only sending one team to the playoffs. So if Atlanta wins, they're still in it. If Atlanta loses, drops to 4-7, 2.5 back of New Orleans, they're done.
Yeah.
Like that's pretty much curtains for their whole season if they lose this game at home to the Saints. So Arthur Smith, maybe you want to play a little bit more Bijan, a little bit more Kyle Pitts, a little more Drake London, a little more Monica in my life.
I love that.
If you don't and you lose this game and your season is over, sayonara, sucker. So glad to see you go.
Yeah. I don't want to have anyone steal my ideas because they do go viral from time to time. Shout out millennials. Anyway, I will say this. If he does get fired, right? I have the perfect tweet for it.
So nice.
It's the castaway Tom Hanks in the plane crash. It's Arthur Smith going home. That's it,
FedEx,
right there
with the FedEx boxes all around him.
FedEx all around him. Yeah, just plane crashing. Arthur Smith heads home. Right. I already know. I've got it. I'm ready. Fire the motherfucker.
Please. Oh my God. I can't wait.
Go viral tomorrow, please. Sunday night Scott wants to go viral, and I've got the whole thing ready to go. So, but anyway,
you're gonna be edging until he loses the job.
Listen, he needs to play Bijan, like you said. This could be a dueling Biancos.
I need 10 targets for Kyle Pitts. I need 20 touches for Bijan.
Yeah.
I need Desmond Ridder to not be a total flop. Please, Arthur, for the love of God, save yourself and do what we've been asking you to do your entire tenure.
Yeah. I'm but do what we fucking say, or else we'll tweet. The tweets will be there, right?
Oh yeah.
So but anyway, I could play Bijan and Alvin. I like that. Rashid Shaheed is low priced again. I like that too.
You know who you should play?
Who? Tell me.
My guy, rookie from Wake Forest, I
remember him.
Perry. My guy, A.T. Perry. I've raised him up from every taxi squad I have. I have about 40% dynasty exposure to A.T. Perry. You know why? Because he is the wide receiver version of Sam Howell.
Ooh, tell me more.
He fell to the 5th round. He had a much higher grade than his draft capital. like Matt Harmon had A.T. Perry alongside where I had him in the third round, and he slipped to the fifth.
Speed. Ooh.
And he's 6'3" and 3/4, so it's 6'4", 205. He runs like a gazelle.
You're
And
making
he can
it
jump.
Ooh.
He's a track and field athlete. And we've seen with a couple touchdowns he scored this year, he's a jump ball in the end zone expert, which is what I predicted would happen. Is that is a touchdown deprived offense. So Derek Carr, in his whole career, at least since his MVP candidate season in 2016, ever since then, he's been allergic to throwing touchdowns because he hasn't had a guy that he can just throw it up to and have him jump out of the building and body a DB. He's got that guy with A.T. Perry.
Yeah, that bodes well. I'm making some adjustments as we speak. Adjust the ranks. Shaheed out. And
I like Shaheed too, but I like Perry as a price point, as a leverage, as just a touchdown scoring. If you want to bet anytime touchdown for some good odds, A.T. Perry.
Yeah, no, I like it. And though Atlanta has not been great against, they've been terrible against wide receivers.
They've been middle. They've been above average. That's not their weakness. Their weakness is like on the ground. So Kamara, of course, a great play, but that's kind of why you're going to see the price depressed or the ownership depressed for the Saints receivers, because Atlanta's been top 10 against wide receivers.
Yeah, they've been pretty good against the run too. Number 2 actually overall. So
yeah, their defense is not the problem. Obviously, they're ranked 26th in offense, despite having an offensive guru for a head coach and 3 top 10 picks.
Dude.
And yet,
you're rubbing salt in the salt. Right. If you're double stacking this game, I could do a Bijan. Here we go. Bijan, A.T. Perry, Kamara.
Gotta have some Olave too, though. I gotta have some Olave.
Come back over here and do that.
You can miss me with the Algier and Patterson. Maybe if you're feeling frisky, a little Taysom Hill action.
Oh yeah, you do like me to.
I don't like Taysom Hill. I don't like what he does to fantasy football. But this year he's been profitable. He's scoring points this year.
Yeah, he's only 5K too. So between him and A.T. Perry, you could get some touch. What if A.T. Perry gets a pass from Taysom Hill? Then you're just like,
oh, that's
yeah, no, that's good. That's bones hit. I love it. Or if you're a lady, whatever it is, the waterfalls start flowing. So
the gushers,
right? So
the dam is going to burst.
This is a sexy. This is why we are the world's sexiest DFS show for all genders, for all sexual orientations, for anybody.
Everybody deserves to feel that.
Right. Everyone gets an O face.
Yeah. A Taysom Hill to A.T. Perry touchdown would do it for me.
Dude, if that happens tomorrow, I will.
You have to have a viral tweet queued up for me.
I'll have to have
on the record.
Guy. Yeah, the O-face guy will be going. Right? Yeah, because
or just have the dad from South Park in his room with the walls covered.
Right. Now I have to play that against you somehow. I got to update my lineup. Okay. So this game, Jake Browning, I saw Mina Kimes.
Shout out NorCal.
Mina Kimes, who I love, by the way, but I don't want to slander her. She just tweeted out, he's a great punter. He's great at punting. I was like, I kind of don't like that. So I want to get
she's right. She's right.
Yeah, she's not wrong, but they're kind of like, he's an NFL quarterback.
There's a little bit of shade there.
Right. So here's the question, because that's not an objective opinion. That is a fact about him that does not, impact this game. What do you think about him? He did not look great actually throwing the ball. Mike, my podcast partner, Cash Collins, over on the Fantasy Manager, said he looks like Joe Burrow under center. He hikes like Joe Burrow. He steps up like Joe Burrow. And then he does not do anything like Joe Burrow. Like after the 2-step drop or 3-step drop, Joe Burrow's-ness comes flowing out of him, and he's terrible. So, I mean, how's this game going to go? Are we just flocking to Joe Mixon? I mean, and Jalen Warren? Another dueling banjos, or what are we doing?
No, I mean, I like Mixon better this week. I
Yeah.
think the Bengals defense is very underrated. And I think a lot of people are going to be drawn to the Pittsburgh offense because it's their first game without Matt Canada ruining everything.
Right. Well, that's
I
good.
don't think this offense is still that good. Like, even if Matt Canada was better at his job, this offense would still be middling. They're not good because their quarterback is terrible. Kenny Pickett sucks. Like, he's awful for fantasy. He's awful for football, real football. I watch him play and I want to pull my hair out. Jalen Warren's awesome, but this is going to be Cincinnati loading the box saying, Kenny, come and get it, buddy. Come and get it from us. And so I like Mixon. I actually like Jake Browning in a stack with Jamar Chase because Pittsburgh's secondary, if you take away Joey Porter Jr. side of the ball where they'll just ignore it, is this team does not cover well down the field. That's what Jake Browning is going to find is the middle of the field at the intermediate level is going to be open.
Yeah, Pittsburgh not known for their defense on this side of the ball here.
Patrick Peterson, legend, but definitely 3 steps slower.
Man, he's look at the in and outs he's gone through. Last year, he actually played really well.
He was great last year.
Yeah, Minnesota, he was playing tremendous, but 58, that's not good for PFF rating. His speed is not 4.3 anymore. So
no.
Yeah, I like that.
Though.
Yeah.
Joey Porter Jr. Shout out to Joey Porter Jr. That dude he's on his way. He is on his way. This is for me, it's just going to be about Jamar Chase getting open and a whole week to game plan and be installed as the starting quarterback for Jake Browning, who is fact by statistical output, the best high school quarterback to ever play the game. Jake Browning.
That sounds good.
He killed it at Washington. I hate Washington because they're not the Ducks. They're the Ducks' biggest rivalry. But it's Jake Browning being from Folsom, where he was on the same offense as Jonah Williams, his current right tackle for the Bengals, and Josiah DeGuara. All 3 of those guys were on the same high school team that won the state title. And he threw 91 touchdown passes in 12 games that year. 91.
That's a lot.
That's the most ever in any high school season ever.
Yeah.
At any level. So Jake Browning has game, and he hasn't had a chance to start with a full week of practice. And this is a perfect setup for him to actually provide us some DFS value because nobody's going to play him. But Jamar Chase is still out there. Joe Mixon is still going to be a good outlet and a great runner of the football.
Yeah.
Another NorCal product, of course. The Bengals offense has 3 guys from my neck of the woods. I love it.
I will say this, though. My Jalen Warren price, this is the last week you can get him at this price.
Oh, yeah. It's so cheap for him. So cheap.
And Najee Harris is low too. But the reason I like Jalen Warren, the burst, the speed, last week he went up against one of the best defenses against the run in Cleveland.
And popped one.
Popped one. He just looked electric. So I think in head-to-head matchups, he will be played against you today, just so you know. Or not today.
Okay. That's fine. I welcome it. I love Jalen Warren. This game is chock full of NorCal shout-outs. Najee Harris, of course, is from Oakland. Joe Mixon from Oakland.
Everybody's from Oakland in this. Yeah, everyone here.
Jake Browning.
All could run over you.
Jonah Williams, Folsom. Yeah, all the NorCal in this game is I actually love the divisional rivalry games anyway. This is going to be a knockdown, drag out, slobber knocker of a game. So give me a little bit of everybody. Give me Najee. I want some Najee at the goal line in this game if I can handle it.
I'll get a little Jake Browning, Chase, Najee,
Warren for the upside.
I got Warren here with Chase as well. I don't know about Tyler Boyd.
Well, there's no T. Higgins. Higgins is out again.
Yeah.
So Tyler Boyd is live.
I'll put a little bit. I don't want it to be too high T. You know.
Are you going to be swerving with Irv?
I'll give Trenton 2%.
Ew, gross.
One.
That's disgusting.
Well, I only play like 5 lineups, so he will not be in that lineup, I'm sure. Yeah. So okay. Let's get to one of the games of the year. You knew you were going to say that when the season came out. Jacksonville visiting the Houston Texans. This
Wouldn't
is
you know it? Wouldn't you know it? This is a big deal in this game.
game here, man. This really does. It matters in this in the AFC South.
This is the rug that ties the room together.
I like this game a lot too, and I'm hoping for a shootout. And the defenses kind of get smoked a little bit in this game, and that's kind of where I'm leaning because you've got
pray for rain, baby. I want just the deluge of points in this game.
Yeah, and people think there is because I mean, look here, it's just lit up like a Christmas tree here.
Yeah, it really does.
Red and green, happy Christmas to everybody. 17% Christian Kirk. That's a little bit high for me.
Worth it. What
about the Calvin Ridley? It's only 3,000 more, and he's a little bit cheaper. Are you Calvin Ridley, Team Ridley, or are you Team Kirk? Where are you leaving? If you have enough,
I like Kirk.
Okay,
I like Kirk. Ridley just had his second big game of the year. So, yeah, I'd rather have the guy who's been more consistent this year.
It makes sense.
Think Ridley might go another month without going through his even when he was in his heyday with Atlanta, he had like 4 to 5 great games and the rest were complete duds.
Yeah, Nelson's been really good this year too. So
this Texans defense is not to be trifled with.
Yeah, I mean, Stingley can be bodied for sure. You know, I mean, that's what you can see in that match.
Stingley finds the ball.
Yeah,
so does Petrie. Petrie in the back end there.
That's awesome.
This guy's Johnny Cash. Okay,
cool shit. Yeah.
Hello, I'm Johnny Cash.
Bo does know turkey.
I do know turkey.
I'm sure he has a picture of himself dressed up as a turkey somewhere that he can share.
I actually have a picture after a turkey hunt.
See, there you go. Yeah. No, I am with you on that one. Now, let's say for all intents and purposes here. By the way, if you don't know intents and purposes, you need to get your shit together. But anyway,
intensity porpoises.
It doesn't get better though. I mean, look at this. I mean, you got Tom. Yeah, he's got him in the slot too. So this is a tough matchup for Trevor Lawrence and Christian Kirk in general, a little bit for everybody. I mean, this is going to be a tough game. But I actually like the other side. I was going to say I like ETN on the offensive. You don't have him as rostered.
That's not bad. That's sexy right there. Yeah. I love me some ETN this week. I have a feeling I'm feeling that. Remember that 2 touchdown streak he had earlier in the year?
What was the sexy thing? Yes, I do remember.
I think he kicks it off again this week with 2 scores.
I'm trying to find actually in my. Oh, here we go. I'm trying to DraftKings points this year, not 2023. Let's get current, please.
Travis Etienne.
Yeah, Travis Etienne is 3rd, right, in points.
Good.
Good. Yeah. So he's good. He's good. He plays well. So 7,100. That's a really good price for someone who's 3rd in points. And on this slate, there's no Christian McCaffrey. There is no Raheem Mostert. There's no Brian Robinson. There's no Jameer Gibbs. There's no Tony Pollard. No Breece Hall. So you got the number 1, right? Except for the number 1 and number 8, overall number 1 and then the 8th. That's just terrible. So at 3 and 8, you're gonna go. What are we doing?
Sounds good.
Yeah, sounds great.
Good. Swift is underpriced too. We'll get to Swift.
Those guys. We'll get to Swift. Right. So I really do. Yeah, I'm with you on ETN. Are you buying the Singletary 6K hype up? That's so expensive now. I don't think that. No, it's not.
No.
Good. No.
No. Don't do it.
Shout out NorCal. No.
Is Stroud too expensive this week? He's 7,700.
That is very, very expensive. I'm not gonna lie.
But is it worth it? Like, I'm asking you honestly, because I'm a little worried because the upside's there because the Jacksonville secondary is getting lit up every week.
It is. I mean, listen, if you want to go Nico Collins, he's underpriced at 64.
Oh, I love Nico Collins.
Yeah.
Only 10% too. That stack is so sexy. I need that stack right now. Double stack it with Tank Dell.
Yeah.
Oh, Houston double stacks. Do it. Do it.
I'm gonna run it back. I'm gonna get it so deep in the ETN.
Deep.
Okay. Yeah, this is a nice little stack. Oh, penetration's gonna happen in this stack. I'm pretty sure they'll say it at least once when these guys are involved.
All my pets are just surrounding me in my chair. Just like they're all laid out on the floor around me in like a circle.
Come.
Yeah, I have 2 dogs and 2 cats, and they're all in a seance circle around me on the floor.
Well, they're about to leave you because we're going to jump to the New England Patriots game next.
Woo!
True story.
They still didn't get up.
True story. I'm not using this name in vain, but true story. My mother-in-law asked me how the Redskins were doing. I told her the Commanders. Second, my father-in-law asked me how Washington was doing. He was a little bit better. I said, fine, whatever. I know that my my grandfather-in-law, whatever it is, he's Rose's grandfather. And my mother-in-law, they're big New England Patriots people, kind of growing up. And so I said to my father-in-law Steve, I said, so Bill Belichick, this is how far the Patriots have fallen. I said, Bill Belichick is getting ring cam booty called shirt off New England, middle of the week exposed as he tries to scurry out. And I was like, he's almost 70 years old. Like this is crazy, right? You understand this? And Steve just went,
Bill needs a fresh start. I feel bad for Bill because Bill's still got so much mileage left. Like this guy, sure. When I met him in January, he looked good. Like he could coach forever. Because this guy was spry, he was bouncing off the walls, he was making eye contact, and he was sipping on his soda. Yeah, Bill Belichick still got plenty left in the tank. The Patriots are just a dumpster fire. Thanks to Bill being the worst GM. He's a great coach. He's a bad GM.
Right.
Both things can be true and are.
Hey, you know what? San Diego has a bunch of great players, which the GM seems to have done a good job, but they've got a shit for a coach who can't get people to play together on defense, even though, and on offense, he's got like one of the best quarterbacks who could be the next Tom Brady.
Brandon Staley is the Arthur Smith of defense.
He's the AFC Arthur Smith, right? That's who he is.
Well, yeah, and on the defensive side, because he's just like Derrick Henry created Arthur Smith, Aaron Donald created Brandon Staley.
Right.
It's the same correlation.
Stupid. It's stupid. The players, this is the thing. You can see when a player makes a coach compared to when coaches, make the players. Yeah. And the coaches,
usually it's pretty damn clear.
Yeah. Yeah. Like you could see, like I'll give you an example. Ryan Tannehill, not great when he was with Adam Gase. That coach ruined a player almost, right? Like somebody who had potential.
He wasn't the only one either.
and Mike Vrabel and the folks down in Tennessee did a good job of bringing him back. So you can see actually where you get out of players their potential. So speaking of getting players and their potential, the New England defense is highly rostered here with Danny DeVito. I'm kidding, Tommy. Kidding. I know
Tommy DeVito. Tommy DeVito is a goofball.
He is,
but he's scoring fantasy points. So what's up with this rostership?
And New England's defense is not that great.
I'd rather play the Giants defense against New England.
Me too. I mean, Mac Jones has been terrible, and Bailey Zappi.
Worse.
No. So I think I would play the opposite, just like you. I'd play the Giants. I would fade New England. Giants are a little more expensive. Actually, like the Chiefs at 3,100 on the defensive side. If you want to pay up a little bit.
Oh, surprise! Coming for the clash.
Surprise! I love that gif. It's one of my favorite songs of that lady singing "Surprise!" It's so awesome. Yeah. Well, it sounds like we have some matches this week. Don't tell me you got Trey McBride, motherfucker. I will cut you.
I definitely thought about it, but no.
Okay. All right. Good. All right. Thank God. All right. All right. So, New England here. Who are you playing at RB? Are
Ramondre Stevenson. It's Ramondre Stevenson season.
Oh, I like that. Ramondre Stevenson season. Stevenson.
You just replace O with a Z. Steven season.
Steven season. I like that. Yeah, it is. I've heard people.
That's who I'm playing.
I did hear somebody on the fantasy Twitters talking about what's his name? Ezekiel? I've never heard of him. Elliot.
He's always hungry, that Ezekiel.
He's not eaten since last Thanksgiving, apparently. So people were hyping him up. That doesn't sound good to me. you know. So
it's all right. He's very touchdown dependent, so it is what it is. He's
Mark-
either going to get you 7 or 13 if he finds the end zone. So what? Why would you do that in DFS? It doesn't make sense.
for 5K, that is a kick in the nuts. I don't like it.
dumb.
Yeah,
Don't
it's
do
stupid. No,
Relax. Don't do it.
I'm moving away from this game because it's giving me bad vibes.
Hey, not too fast
Okay,
because
fine. All right, who else do you want?
my guy from the Shrine Bowl. Shout out to all the people I met there in Vegas for the Shrine Bowl. One of them was Demario Douglas, who is affectionately known as Pop Douglas.
Pop Douglas.
Little skippy dippy wide receiver out of the slot gets open, and he's going to have 10 targets in this game. And so do with that what you will.
Do it.
Pop Douglas is going to be a play down in the 3s for me, or 4s. I can't remember what his price is. Yeah, so I had to throw that in there too. So Ramondre, Douglas, and Saquon a little bit of Saquon in my life.
A little bit of Saquon in my. Do you want to do a stack or no? These are sprinkles.
No. Sprinkles in this game. This game is not going to be fun to watch.
Yeah. No, I agree. Yeah.
Shout out to our guy Mark Peretchin, Jabin.
Keeps winning. He keeps winning.
Yeah,
I don't.
He's good at DFS.
I don't like that.
We're roasting him in season long. Like he's in dead last. We cast away that demon in redraft, but he's taking our lunch money in DFS. So shout out to Mark Peretchin. He is a baller. He's a chalk blocker with skills.
It disappoints me greatly that I keep giving him my hard-earned cash. You know,
all season we've both been donating
every
to the
fucking time. Fund. I don't like it.
Who's this Jabin bloke?
This bloke who comes to take your money. Yeah, it's not good. I don't like it. You know.
Are you excited to play Greg Dortch this week?
No, I'm not. But I mean, you have to.
The human Dortch was denied a bank loan.
He's 10% projected rostership over it. Rondale Moore even 6%.
Rondale's a good deal.
Rondale. What do you think about Rondale though?
I usually don't like to play Rondale, but I'm playing the shit out of Rondale at 3,600. That's a steal. He could have a huge game because Michael Wilson's out.
Yeah. There's no Michael Wilson.
That's why Dortch is getting 10%, but like Michael Wilson's on the outside more, and Rondale is going to be all over the place. They move him everywhere.
Look at that, 17%. I mean, that's where the money is. It's all on McBride.
Trey McBride.
Who would you rather have here? If we're just going to isolate on the Arizona Cardinals passing options, McBride, Dortch, Moore. Those are your three guys, right? The other guys maybe just throw a dart at them. But
as much money as Trey McBride has made me already this year, he is the chalk block of the week. Unfortunately, he's overpriced and too chalky, so I'm blocking that chalk. Chalk blockers, I hate to say it, but Trey McBride has to be blocked this week.
He's been blocked. The chalk has been blocked. So, are you playing him in head-to-head?
Obviously he's a good play.
Yeah,
just for tournament play, you don't want to be with the masses if he doesn't put up enough points.
Yeah, 7%. That's kind of high for somebody who does not have a lot of his weapons,
especially when Kyler's not chalky. Like that doesn't make any sense. I'd rather stack Kyler with Hollywood or Kyler with Rondale. That makes a lot of sense. And even stacking Kyler with McBride a little bit is fine because you're getting that correlation. If he's at 17%, maybe a third of those will be in a stack with Kyler. So that is a little bit of a breakup of that chalk.
Right. Yeah, it's interesting for Scherzers. I'm playing him against you in the clash, but besides that, he's not going to be my tournament tight end.
Chalk block of the week.
Yeah. So I like how I thought Jonathan Taylor was going to be my chalk block of the week. So that's who my guy is.
Yeah, they're both up there.
Yeah, it's a situational. You got to block some chalk sometimes.
Yep.
But what are you gonna do? Okay. I'm sorry. I'm trying to send my lineup to myself here. Are you going to stack this game? Should we stack attack this? You want anybody
Yeah,
in this game?
I need some Kyler stacks with a Puka run back and a Cup run back and a Kyron run back.
Yeah, hold on. I'm not.
I gotta spit it out or I'm gonna forget.
Okay, hold on. So Kyler, Puka, Kyron. So do you want George Moore? Who are you looking to get in here? Moore.
Rondale.
Hollywood's
McBride.
gone. Yeah. You want some McBride in these? Even though you
just with stacks though. I don't want to do standalone McBride this week. If I'm playing him, I'm playing him below the chalk and in a stack.
Right. Well, you break it up by adding Kyron Williams, Puka, Murray, all that. No one's going to have that game stack. No one will. I mean, not no one, but no one who you're up against probably will. So that'll be good for you. And then if you go back to see what their rosterships are, at least on the other side, Puka's at 10%. That's not bad. And Kyron's only at 12. Kyron's at 12%, which doesn't make sense. I know he's coming off the IR, but he's full go. He's healthy. He's going to go. He's had plenty of time to rest, and they're up against one of the worst. Let's look and see. I think they're second worst overall. If I can figure out how to work my stupid computer. Let's see. Oh yeah, they're third worst. They've given up 15 touchdowns this year and 1,500 yards combined.
Yeah, Kyron's a great play.
Gonna be sexy. I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, I'm playing him against you two, by the way. I wanted to tell you that now. So, I'm giving you my lineup little by little by little, but
I think I kind of got it by now. I guess I like to solve the puzzle, Pat.
I'm what's handing you an L, Bob. Sorry, I don't know.
Oh, sorry, no L's.
Oh, circle gets this way. Okay. Next game. This game is interesting here. Russell Wilson, born again. The Lord loves him again. He's back. He's had
I wish somebody had told everybody that Russ was playing well this year, and it was me. Yeah, it was me again. It's like everybody thought that Russ was playing bad because he wasn't playing great. But last couple of weeks, he's looked really good.
Yeah,
Cortland Sutton is relevant again, so the world is right. Cortland Sutton is not sucking anymore. Jerry Judy's okay. Javonte Williams is okay, but Russ is playing well.
Price wise, 54 and 54. Is that correct?
That's weird.
That's crazy. That's 10-8. That's a cheap stack, bro.
The cheapest.
Who would you run it back with?
Ooh, do I have to?
Well, you could just do a skinny stack. You could just skinny stack
some Jerome Ford.
Yeah, I was gonna say you could have Ford. I actually like Jerome Ford a little bit. That's a cheap stack. If you get 6 touchdowns out of this stack, you win the slate. Because Russell Wilson, say passes to Cortland Sutton, get you 20 points. Cortland Sutton gets you 25. Drum gets you 20. I mean, that price point right there is ridiculous. So
send it in, Jerome.
That's the upside. It's not going to happen. I'm just saying that's the upside. That's what these GPP dart throws are looking at in these game scripts where you latch on to a back and forth in a shitty game. You're just hoping for the volume to just be in that concentration area. I'm thinking, in like the San Francisco 49ers game, it's all going to be Christian McCaffrey. And then it might sprinkle over to either Debo or to Ayuk or to our boy Kittle. But you don't know. You know what I mean? Where it's going to flow each time. It'll flow, but you don't know. So, in this case, I don't know about any of the wide receivers. Amari Cooper, he burned me last week big time against you. He let me down.
And then DTR as a passer is not quite there yet.
No, and Denver, even though they have sucked at times, they still have some good DBs. And one of them is this guy.
Top half of the league for the last 5 weeks.
Yeah, Pat Surtain's really, really good. Really, really good. So, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Yeah. So no go for me when it comes to Amari Cooper this week. I know he's not going to shadow him. Amari Cooper could move around, but I just it's not my favorite play. Elijah Moore though, I'm at 3,700. I could be tempted. I could play some. I'm not gonna lie. Are you in on more this week?
Nah.
Nah. If he scores, I'm gonna send you a skull face. By the way, Mike Cash Collins told me I was trolling him when Mark Andrews went down. I said Andrews, and I said skull face after that to him. I was not saying like ha ha ha. I was saying, oh my god, you know,
Dead.
what I mean? Dead, right? Mark Andrews dead. So we had a little talk about that when we hung out. All right, next two games. Yay! I'm excited to talk about them. Also, did you send me your lineup yet?
I did.
You did. It's in text?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, I have not looked at it yet. I'm looking at it now. Oh, sweet Jesus.
It's
Okay.
sexy.
It is. I just downloaded it. Hold on. Now I gotta email it to myself to add to your. Yeah. Okay.
How good is this game though?
This next game I'm really excited about because both of these defenses have given up points at times, and the Eagles, for as great as they are, and they beat the Chiefs and all that stuff, and Nick Sirianni's acting like a 12-year-old yelling at fans underneath the tunnel. I mean, way to go, man! It's so fucking tough. Big fucking tough guy. Go kicked out of a strip club or something, you know. But with that being said, AJ Brown, manimal, dude. He's just a manimal. He's the most expensive wide receiver, obviously should be, but also right behind him is I can't believe he's been priced up this much because Stephon Diggs has been held in check in this new offense. Who did they fire? I forget. Ken Dorsey fired him. It's his fault. And it's not his fault necessarily. He can't control the exceptions. Well, I mean, partly, but he can't.
But look what they did in the first game with Joe Brady.
Well, you know what they didn't do with Stephon Diggs. That's what they did. They stayed away from Stephon Diggs as much. Yeah. So and they're going to start this week.
I like Diggs more than Brown this week. I have Diggs as wide receiver one.
Ooh, that is sexy. That might be foreshadowing for you and your lineup. I'm not going to lie about that.
I don't remember.
I do remember. I just looked at it. I actually like the other side of this with Khalil Shakir. He's a sexy play at 3,600 in this game, giving up the Eagles and their inability to stop the wide receiver. They're the worst against wide receivers. They've given up 15 touchdowns. It's not looked good, even though they should have a good defense. Their defense has been sus, as the kids would say, mid to sus. Every week against wide receivers. Yeah. So how are you playing this? Are you playing any Shakir? Are you Gabe Davising it? Or are you all Diggs, baby?
Dalton Kincaid.
Ooh. Oh, and everyone else. Damn. Ha.
Yeah.
Oh shit. That's but you know, tight ends.
Diggs is my preference.
Diggs is your preference. Who are you running it back with? Are you a Swiftie this week? Are you a DeAndre Swiftie?
Yeah, Smith too.
Smith as well. Yeah, I do like Swift and Smith. Earlier this year, AJ Brown running away with wide receiver 1 theory, and Devonta Smith way behind in wide receiver 2 theory. He's been creeping back, and I do like him this week as well. I do think I'll lean more to DeAndre than I will lean to Smith. So I'll build a stack here. We'll run it back, as the kids say. All the kids are doing it. All the kids are doing it. They're all running it back.
Damn kids.
These damn fucking kids always running it back. Who are you going to do a skinny stack? Are you putting a quarterback in here, Bo? How are we doing this?
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen. Yeah, he doesn't have any injuries. We know there's an injury for our boy Jalen.
Oh, Jalen. Fine.
I know, but still, you know. I like a little Shakir down here. It's a little pay down here. It's cheap. It's cheap. Oh, 2%. Sorry, 2%. I'll do this at 6%. Okay.
I can't wait to make tomato bisque after this.
Oh, it sounds very sexy. That's a sexy boy there making some bisque. Okay, where's Devonta? Stephon, Swift, and Kincaid. Oh yes, there we go. I'll lose a wide receiver here real quick. Hold on. Okay, there we go.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And Mark said Kincaid in flex for a double tight end lineup. He's might be hinting at his lineup this week. You motherfucker.
Damn it, Peretchen.
All right. Well, it's been you heard it here first. The guy who's won the chalk block 2 out of the last 3 weeks is talking shit. He's telling us what he's going to do. Well, you got to pay
He's
attention.
entitled to that now.
Oh, I mean, listen, I'm paying attention. I'm glad he came on the show. Yeah, but in the redraft league, let's continue to pounce upon him week upon week. All right, here we go. Last game before we run the Sims. It looks a lot of green in these pastures. This is before the leaves change color in the fall, right? You got a little bit of change here. This is up in Canada, right? Let it snow. But it's all Isaiah Pacheco, really. If you look at this, it's the KCD, which I do love, which apparently you love too. Yeah, they're sexy, 3,100. And then Isaiah Pacheco. It's a good stack. It's a great stack. If you're stacking D and running back, do you have Pacheco in your lineup this week or no? You're not a Pacheco believer normally. No, I don't think so. Yeah. But I'm not a Pacheco believer either because he can be a decimal back, which is coined over there on the Stochastic show, but it used to be the Osmo show, whatever. Somebody who he'll get you 72 yards and he'll get you 7.2 points at times, right? Not ideal at times, right? So little decimal back situation going on. Mark thinks it's funny that he's good. Okay, Mark. Okay. All right. Funny guy now. All right. He's got jokes. Okay. But in this matchup, I'm not leaning Pacheco. I do like some of the other options here. What about Justin Watson at 3K? He's 8% rostered here. That's crazy, though. I mean, he gets some downfield looks, but still.
No.
Is this because MVS made a drop and then they took him out to pasture and then
Watson dropped more passes than MVS did.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I got another gift for.
They both suck.
Yeah.
You played Travis Kelce, who's somehow leveraged this week.
I know 8%. That just made me seem that. Listen, if you stack Kelce Mahomes, it's super expensive, right? But
do it every time. What have I been telling everybody for years?
Green. It's just green.
On the main slate, you play them.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna build it. I'm gonna build it so they come and I'm gonna come to.
Kelce.
Yeah. Do you want to put anybody else in like a Devontae Adams run back? Or, I mean, you can play the defense. You can put the defense in there, too, if you want to do that, too. Okay. That's sexy. Let's run the Sims and see how it goes. I do love this. Shout out Justin Freeman again. These people are just, they're brilliant. Okay. Oh, man. This is the lineup. I love the first one. Baker, Kamara, Taylor, Perry, your boy, Thielen, Demario Douglas, McBride, Bijan, and the D from Kansas City. This one might be good too here. Past the human torch. Scroll down here. We got a little bit of
Kelce.
Yeah, McBride and Kelce. I'm not a huge Rishi Rice fan necessarily in this, but he does play. So, he gets a target or two. No Juju McSchuster.
No.
Yeah.
What has he ever done?
Nothing. My daughter calls him Juju Schuster, which is so cute because when she was a little kid when he started playing, and I had him on my team because I drafted him or picked him up or something. I had him like the first couple of years. He was money the first couple of years, right, for Pittsburgh.
Oh yeah.
And I was crushing with him, and so I was like, "Yeah, I like Juju Smith-Schuster." So she couldn't say it, so she still calls him Juju Schuster. It's so funny, but he's not. Yeah, no. I like this lineup getting George Pickens out of here. Mahomes, Taylor, White, Douglas, Shakir, Kelce, Broncos D. Not bad. A lot of Baker. I'm going to go back and take Baker out as not out, but down.
Lowers exposure.
Yeah, he's a little, he's a little bit country. He's a little bit rock and roll. And I'm actually going to have to make it a little smaller so I can interact with the page. So
that's what she said.
Yep. When it's that big, I don't want to, I don't like being 30% on any quarterback really. And normally the Sims don't make you do that, but they're doing it now. So, we'll go back up to big. There we go. Didn't miss a beat.
I love that first lineup.
Oh yeah. Oh, I like having Swift, Taylor, and Bijan, Allen, Watson. Well, Watson, I'll find out a new friend there, but
It's a good week to spend up on quarterback.
Yeah, this might be
Ooh.
get rid of the Patriots defense and Pacheco, but A.T. Perry needs to be in more lineups. Speaking of that, let me see if my emails have come through to myself. I have been emailing myself the lineups. I'm trying my best here, people. Did they actually go through on my phone? Nope. Stupid. Okay. Well, yeah. Bo, entertain us. Tell me, are you playing? Yeah, I'll roll down here. Tell me if you like any of these other lineups here that are
Kyler. Yeah. Kyler, Kyron, Isaiah, Pop, Irwin, no. But Puka, the Chiefs defense.
Chiefs defense. Yeah. That's the card. Let's see if my email skill. Oh, my email skills are good. Okay, hold on. All right. We always do this, which I like, is it's black versus white in color scheme only.
Clash of the beards and bellies.
All right, let's go over it here. Your starting quarterback at 6,400, Trevor Lawrence. Talk me through this.
T-Law, points per dollar value.
Stack attack.
I want the free points. He's 1,300 less than CJ Stroud.
Yeah. I saw that. That's crazy. They score 6 touchdowns. They still count for each, right? It's the same.
Yeah.
It's not different for Yeah, they'll give more points to the guy who's more expensive, unfortunately. I do like this. This is a nice little pay up combination, pay down, combination for basically $1,200, 12-1. You've got Kirk stacked with T. Lawrence. That's great. And you ran it back with Nico Collins. You did hint that you like Nico. I should have fucking known. I like it too. As a Tank Dell, I have Tank Dell in a couple leagues here. I do hope that Tank Dell eats as well in this game, and it's a huge matchup for both of them. But I like this. And then you got fucking Stephon Diggs, you motherfucker. Yeah. I like this lineup a lot. Ford, good price point too. They should see volume, 15 to 20 carries in a matchup where they probably will be losing. That does give me a little concern with the Kareem Hunt factor. But still, what do you think about Ford? Do you think he can bust a long one? That's what she said.
Yeah. I think he'll catch like 5 balls too.
Yeah, that's what she said. Okay, enough of the potty mouth. And then your boy Pop Douglas down here at the bottom. Yeah, very very excited for you down there. He's 44, great price, and he should see probably 8 to 10 targets in this game for sure. And the battle of the I don't know, terrible accents. Northeast. Here's the crazy part. I live within several hours of both of these people groups, and I don't sound either. What's wrong with you guys? Like, why do you talk like this? Hey, what's going on? Hey, what's going on? Hey, you doing? Hey, you doing? And then why do the other people talk like they're from some wicked place? You know what I mean? Like, I gotta go have a fight and a hot and a bite and a shot. You know what I mean? Like, what's wrong with you guys? Both groups of people, right? We're hemorrhaging viewers, by the way. People are losing my mind. I don't care.
Screw this guy.
I live so close to both of you, and I don't understand how you can be that influenced by people around you, right? I don't get it. Anyway, I don't sound anything like you because people around here don't sound anything like you. So I've been influenced by people around me too. Anyway, Chiefs D, rubber stamp it. Make touch blue, make it true, triple stamp it, whatever you want to do. I love this call. And your Kincaid, I'm just going to make it bigger and bigger. Kincaid, goddamn, man. Yeah, goddamn. I'm in it. All right. Back to me. I like me too. I think I've got a good matchup, a good lineup here. I got Baker. It looks like he's just fresh out of prison. I don't care. He's 55. He's cheap like your guy. And I stacked him with Mike Evans. So for the same price, around a little bit more expensive, we've got a nice little stack attack going against your stack. I ran it back with Warren and Williams. They're just cheap. and they're playing good matchups. Volume for Warren for sure, and then Williams. Not volume, opportunity for Warren, and then volume for Williams for sure. And then Pittman, we talked about him already. Thielen, he's safe
This is
floor.
the cashiest lineup of all cash lineups.
And then and the price point, I did know about your boy, by the way. I read you.
Son of a bitch.
I read you. I like
Rootin'
you.
tootin',
I
son
like
of a
you.
bitch.
Yeah, I like you. We talked about all these guys. McBride, 4,700. He's got a good matchup. And then Perry, and not to you, my friend. I do think he's got a good matchup. I didn't have enough for Shaheed. I went to the dollar to get the Chiefs D. The Chiefs D is really, and at 32, there's nobody else. If you go back, if you go back, hold on. If I go back, I now lost all of the pages. Now we have no pages.
Look at you.
I know, and that's not good. As the kids say, I don't know. You fucked up.
Yeah. Look at that whistle.
Yeah, that's a picture I took, by the way. So, yeah, that was my little pick I did one time. All right, so here's the optimizer. If you go to the wide receiver position for the whole of the slate, not just this game, and you go to prices, all right, and we'll do price, and you scroll down to the 3,200 range, who else are you going to go, right? Like Trent Irwin? No. MVS? No. None of these guys. Scotty Miller, Van Jefferson. Like, there's just no one down here at all. A.T. Perry, I think it's just a great play. Julio Jones, no. Greg Dortch, 100 more, yes. I didn't have it.
Parker or Palmer for the Bucks. I would get a little bit of him though.
Oh yeah, 31. I do like Trey Palmer. Yeah, but I like your boy. I want upside. So yeah. Well, it is 7-4 right now. Where I'm in the lead, and we'll see if it's 7-5 or 8-4. I hope it's 8-4 because I got an ego, and kudos to you for winning last week, my friend. Kicked my ass, and I needed
my lineup was strong last week.
It was, yeah. It gave me the beatdown. So you can find this guy if you go to your Twitter machine and you look at your tweets. You can go find him over at Chalkblocked. He's part of the team, but you can also find him at Bo_McBigtime, where he writes for Fantasy Pros, for Betting Pros, IBT Media, the Hot Box Batch. You can go over there and buy some bigtimeflavor.co. And by the way, I got that shit right here. Get that for Christmas. Get it for Hanukkah, for Kwanzaa, for anything. For the New Year, get some Hot Box. So, get some fucking Hot Box. Yeah. So, that's how you do it. You get all this shit. You get the bundle, right? You get the Smoke Sack. You get the Taco Sizzin, the Shelby Street Heat, Nashville Hot Blend.
And you got the Simpson jingle for free.
Yeah. Copyrighted soon. But please, go follow us. Go follow the Chalk Blocked. Go follow, myself, Nimble W Numbers. I'm close to 13, the lucky 13,000. We'll see.
I'm still stuck under 8,500. I cannot gain followers. You guys don't like me. They don't like me.
You know, you gotta make people angry. That's what people like.
That's true. You piss so many people off.
It's so fun, right? It's so fun to piss people off. I'm not gonna lie. I don't mean to though. Like, here's the thing: I piss people off with my Jack Harlow thing, but
I agree with you on that one.
Yeah. Have you seen this?
And I'm a millennial. I'm a geriatric millennial, though.
Have you seen this, by the way?
Yeah.
It's the scariest fucking thing.
The smoke machine is crazy. It's out of control.
It ate everybody.
You can't see anything through that.
It ate someone. Like down. All of a sudden, it ate everybody.
You can't see anything.
That is terrible. That scares me so much. So, anyway, I do hope that I beat you, but I also hope you win because I like you. So, go follow him. Go follow me. Go follow everybody over at Run the Sims, and go sign up. Go sign up for Run the Sims. Tell them Scott sent you. You know, so. Yeah, I got a membership for life here, so I love it. You can, if you want to, go to nimblewnumbers.com and find the link if you really want to be, smarty pants, and then I'll get a commission. So I love you guys. But yeah,
I like money.
Yeah, and who doesn't like money? You know. So I'm pretty sure if you just go to the main website.
Yep, it's at the partners page.
Oh yeah, the partners page. Oh, there it is. Yeah, right there. Oh,
There you
there's
go.
me. Yeah, I'm on there, and you can sign up right there. Boom. Here, I'm even gonna put it in. Copy the link. I'll drop it here in the chat. Look at that.
Smart.
There you
Smart.
go. Sign up, please. It's free to sign up. It doesn't cost any money. If you want to put some money in a little bit later, you can. You don't have to, but you can use the Sims with us. Don't be a stranger. Follow me, follow Bo. See you guys next week. Love you all. Peace in the East, everywhere else.